Have you ever wondered how the zodiac signs were made? Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if the stars meant something? Well, a long time ago, people started thinking that the stars could tell stories, not just stories about gods and heroes, but also about people and their personalities. That's where the zodiac signs come from. They're part of an ancient system that connects human life to the stars above. The word zodiac actually comes from a Greek word that means circle of animals. The ancient Greek noticed that if you looked up at the sky at different times of the year, certain star patterns called constellations appeared in specific parts of the sky. These constellations formed a kind of path across the heavens. That path is what we now call the zodiac. The zodiac is divided into 12 parts, and each part is named after one of those constellations. You've probably heard some of the names before: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius, and Pisces. Each one represents a section of the sky that the sun passes through during the year. So basically, your zodiac sign depends on where the sun was when you were born. The idea these star patterns could influence people's lives came from ancient civilizations like Babylon, Egypt, and Greece. Thousands of years ago, the Babylonians, also, I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing anything right, by the way. I know what the words mean, but I just don't know how to pronounce them all because I'm bad at it. We're already studying the movements of planets and stars. They noticed that certain celestial events, like the appearance of the particular constellation, seem to match up with events on Earth, like flood, wars, or harvest times. Over time, they started connecting the sky with these patterns to human behavior. When the Greeks took these ideas from the Babylonians, they added their own mythology to it. They named the constellations after their gods and heroes. For example, Aries was the ram, from a Greek myth about a golden fleeced sheep, and Leo was the lion killed by hero Hercules. By connecting these stories to the stars, the Greeks made the zodiac feel alive, like it had a personality and meaning. As time went on, astrologers, people who studied how stars might affect people, began to believe that the position of the sun, moon, and planets at the moment you were born could shape your character. That's why people say things like, I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn, or she's a Gemini, so she's social. Each sign developed its own traits, elements, and ruling planets. For example, fire signs, aka Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, are passionate and energetic, while earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, are grounded and practical. You may be wondering why there's 12 signs specifically. That number comes from the 12 months of the year and the 12 cycles of the moon. The ancient Babylonians divided into the sky into 12 equal sections, matching the path of the sun across the sky every year. So when the sun appeared in the constellation of Taurus, that time of the year became the Taurus season, and so on for the rest of the signs. Zodiac signs also became a part of astrology, which is different from astronomy. Astronomy is the science of studying planets and stars, while astrology is more about how those things might symbolically affect humans. Even though astrology isn't considered a science today, it is still something millions of people around the world enjoy learning about, almost like a personality map written in the stars. The zodiacs didn't just stay in one part of the world either. Different cultures developed their own versions. In China, there's the Chinese zodiac, which uses animals like the dragon, rabbit, and ox, and is based on the year you were born instead of the month. The Mayans Egyptians and the Indians also had their own systems that connected time and the stars to people's lives. What is really fascinating is how accurate the zodiac sign can sometimes feel. Even people who don't fully believe in astrology often say their sign's description matches them surprisingly well. Whether it is an emotional depth of Pisces, the leadership of Leo, or the loyalty of Taurus. The signs give people a way to understand themselves and others in a symbolic, almost magical way. Over centuries, astrology has become part of art, pretty much, literature, and even religion. Kings and queens once hired astrologers to help them make important decisions, from when to go to war, when to have children. The idea of the stars could guide human destiny, gave people comfort and sense of control in a world that's often unpredictable. Today, zodiac signs are more popular than ever. You see them on social media and memes and in day horoscopes. People use them as a fun way to talk about relationships, moods, and identity. Even if most people don't think stars literally control us, zodiac signs still connect us to something ancient. The idea that we're all a part of in the same universe, moving through the same cycles of time. So when someone asks you what your zodiac sign is, they're really asking where the sun was in the sky when you entered the world, and connecting you to a story that started thousands of years ago. Whether you believe it or not, the zodiac is a reminder that humans have always looked to the stars for answers about who we are and why we're here. Now let's add a little bit of history in that. Now, if you think really hard about it, which halfway through reading this, which I wrote this, by the way, I thought, when I was reading, have you ever thought that, the ancient humans, early humans, I think, the humans who killed each other, I think from the 1300s, long time ago. They had zodiac signs too. Lots of zodiac signs. Everyone has a zodiac sign, just not everyone might know it yet. Some people don't know what zodiac sign is, and I encourage you to actually tell others what zodiac signs is. Now, if you could, please spread the word. I hope this was interesting. Sorry if I sounded awkward in anything in these videos, by the way, but bye!